Meantime, meet my main guest on the program this morning, NGATCHU, the General Manager of the National Football Academy, NAFUT, one-time head coach of the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. NAFUT was created on September 25, 2014 by presidential decree. Among its missions, NAFUT works to initiate and supervise young people in the practice of high-level soccer. NAFUT ensures the development of national expertise in football-related professions and ensures the collection, conservation and dissemination of football-related documentation. More on the life of NGATCHU, the General Manager of NAFUT, his time at NAFUT and the strides made thus far in keeping with the responsibilities handed to him by the Cameroonian government. Sylvanus Njek and Robert Eware called around the NAFUT headquarters here in Yaoundé and sat down with him for a conversation. Take a listen.
Good morning to you, Cameroon feeling, and welcome to join us. Today we are trailing the head of state's mission that he has confined to a Cameroonian right here, NAFUT, detecting young talents in football, and the man charged with that responsibility is Mr. NGATCHU, the Director General of the National Football Academy. Come along, let's discover the services that NAFUT is offering to Cameroonians on this edition of Cameroon Feeling. Let's go. So, Cameroon Feeling, we've been trailing this morning the Director General of Cameroon's National Football Academy, NAFUT. NAFUT, it should be recalled, was created in the month of September, to be more precise, 25th of September 2014. NGATCHU, born footballer, became a football coach. Today, a top manager detecting talents in Cameroon. We face him right here in at his office right here in Yaoundé. Mr. NGATCHU, good morning to you.
Good morning.
It's such a pleasure meeting you always today. Always soft-spoken, always gentle. Is this the you?
Yes, of course. I don't usually speak much.
Okay.
I prefer listening than talking.
Wow. Tell me a bit about the man, NGATCHU. I know you were a wonderful football striker. Where were you born? How were you raised?
I was born in a village. I was born in Italy. That is in minor division. Precisely into subdivision. So, but I did part of my education here in Yaoundé. And just as any young player, I also played street football. Also played in some academies here in Yaoundé. Then did my primary, secondary, and high school and university education here in Yaoundé. That's from College Bilem to University of Yaoundé 1. Then later on at the Higher Institute of Youth and Sports, where I became a sport teacher, sport and physical education teacher, and same time did some training in coaching, not only in Cameroon but out of Cameroon also. So I am a former player, former coach, and today manager. So I'm heading the National Football Academy. But however, I've headed many academies, the Jalakan Sports Academy, Young Sport Academy in Bamenda. So it is not new for me.
When we talk football, we talk NGATCHU. I mean, you came so much in the limelight when you were in charge of the Indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon. I mean, bringing glory home and glory to country. Do you once in a while sit and when you look at the team today and say, I missed a moment with that?
Yes, miss a moment like a coach. I'm a manager today. It is true that for the past few months or few years we haven't had results, but I'm quite optimistic that probably in the next 3 years, since we have a younger generation, under 20 they played the last World Cup, and it was a good team. So I'm quite optimistic that probably we'll see them in the next 2 years as representing the nation at the top level. That's the senior team. It is true that female football has greatly evolved in Africa. From what we've seen, the Women Championship in Morocco, there have been many surprises. Though at the end, we have the same big guns, Nigeria playing the finals against Morocco. But we really need to work very hard. So, at our level at NAFUT, we are laying more emphasis now on women football. Want to groom young girls.
Okay.
That's the reason why in December NAFU will be organizing a national tournament for young girls within the ages of 15 and 17 years.
Okay.
Hopefully that we're going to have the next generation of talented players also.
All right. Mr. Carl NGATCHU, I mean, the head of state, His Excellency President Paul Biya, gave you this very huge task. I know he's mentioned football, he's mentioned the Lions in his speech repeatedly. You have a mission to detect young Cameroonians, boys and girls, who can become future stars of tomorrow. How easy is this mission, Mr. Carl NGATCHU? DJ?
Not quite easy because of the turnout. Every year when we're going for detection, we have about 17,000 young Cameroonians who want to play football, both girls and boys. It is rather unfortunate that we cannot select all of them. By the end, just 50 integrate the National Football Academy. So, since the creation, we started, it became very active as from 2017 until now. We have about 2,000 kids that will train all over the country within the age range 8 to 17 years. As I said, both boys and girls. And out of the 2,000, we have today about 29 players, boys playing Elite 1 and Elite 2.
Wow.
We've got 23 players playing the Guinness Super League, about 103 players playing at the regional level, and then at the female Division 2 level, we have about 43 of them. That's concerning the national team. The senior national team, we have 2 players already at that level.
Wow.
Yeah, we have 1 player already with the senior male national team. That's Mubarak. That was called for the camp in Morocco. It's from Anafoot.
Wow.
Then with the intermediate Lions, we have 5 players. With the under 23 Lions of Cameroon, we have 4 players. And the under 20, we had 9 players. With the under 17, 10 players. And added to that, with the under 16 national team that went from Montaigu in France, we had 2 players there in the list. And then concerning European countries, we have about 9 players playing in Europe, about 4 of them playing in the US. And added to that, the message we give to parents is that not all of them will succeed in football, not all of them will become professional footballers.
Correct.
They should know that there's a career after football. So when we take these kids at the tender age, we'll tell them we'll insist on their education. They have to go to school. We'll insist of 12 average. And then added to that, we're about to create a professional school for football related disciplines.
Okay.
Where a child that integrates the academy, when he comes out of the academy, he should know already what to do.
Okay.
Probably he might become I don't know, maybe a medical doctor with specialty sports.
Yeah.
Why not a sport journalist?
Okay.
So we have 15 players now, 15 young players that are undergoing training on video analyst. I would think in the next 5 years we are going to propose them to national teams at club level. Probably some of them will even become professional video analysts, because as for today, those who train were usually outsiders, and we are happy because we train. One of our trainees integrated the Guinean national team as a video analyst.
Okay.
And then added to that, one of our trainees also joined the national team of Cameroon as a video analyst. It's not easy, but we think we are trying to respect the roadmap for the creation of the academy.
Beautiful day, and of course to tell you, Mr. Director General, that when we look at the text that actually created Anafoot, realize that the mission was defined: training, research, and development, which I think that is the limelight. A report card like this is what we like to call a summa cum laude. The record you just written to us what's happening within a few years of creation.
Yes.
Let's talk about you and your Anafoot maybe in the next 5-6 years to come. What do you see?
Anafoot will be one of the, as concerned talent development, going to be one of the best academy in Africa. And we think we're in the right foot. We might have difficulties, but it's a state property, and we know the state takes time, but it always realizes what they want to do. The objective was to create an academy. We are trying to put things in place. We are patient, and we know we're going to have the necessary infrastructure to continue to develop these players. So, looking at what has been done already, we're about to inaugurate our medical center. Our specialty will be for sport injuries.
Okay.
And we think we might also have some students from NGATCHU that will become physiotherapists. We're thinking about that already.
Wow.
Those who will not succeed in football and those who have aptitude. So we're going to train them to become physiotherapists. Probably in the next 2 months, we're going to inaugurate our medical center. And we hope we're going to sign a partnership with crtv. They can bring their workers here, especially those in charge of Cameroon feeding.
Okay.
So you're welcome. You'll be welcome.
All right.
We started already to treat patients, but want to inaugurate officially maybe in the next 2 months.
Wow. These ambitions that, I mean, some of us are hearing for our very first time. You know, when we talk NGATCHU, we thought it's just football, chasing the ball. Now we develop that. It's a huge chantier site, like the head of state did announce. I want to thank you very much, Director General, for accepting to talk to Cameroon feeling this morning. But we are not going yet. When you move across our country, from every village you stop by, children want to play football. In Ikilwindi, they want to play. In Mampe, they want to play. In Lomie, they want to play. What are some of the qualities that when a parent see that I should see and say, this my son or daughter can be a footballer?
It depends on what you call footballer. It has become more scientific today.
Okay.
At the top level, at the very early age, they can already determine if the player will become a professional footballer.
Okay.
But now, at our local level, we see the talent. We see how the child behaves when they give him a ball. Technically, we see how he moves with the ball. And then tactically, we see his position on the field of play. And then we see also lay emphasis on anthropometric factors, especially height. Because today, there is most no height. You will notice that most players who usually play professional football, they are very tall. Except you are very talented like the Messi, but there are few of them. I know that today, each parent, because I've witnessed it, when a parent comes to see me, they told me that my child plays very well. I think I'm become a footballer. I've seen my child also play very well. He can play. I said, no, please, be very careful. Be very careful because your child should never abandon his education. You don't want to play football. The statistics are there. Out of 1,000, just about 2 succeed at the top level. So parents should know that even if they want to encourage their children to play football, but they should also lay emphasis on education. I insist on that because it's very important. If I didn't go to school, I'm not sure I could have been here managing people. I also play football at the top level, so you can imagine. So today you can dictate through by watching the child play, but you cannot say that that child will become a professional footballer. That's another thing. As I said earlier, it has become more scientific. So we have specialists for that.
Okay.
Their work is just to dictate future professional players. We don't have that in Cameroon yet.
It's working towards that.
We are working towards that, and I think it doesn't mean that what we have been doing so far is not good. No, we have players already at the top level.
Correct.
I'm seeing the young guys from Brazzaville who just signed professional contract in Europe. We can congratulate Brazzaville of Cameroon. It was done by local coaches, but at a certain level, it becomes very complicated.
Okay.
And if we want to compete with other European countries, we have to think about the new technology in football. If we don't do that, we'll always be behind. That is the reason why it will be very difficult for an African country to win a World Cup at the senior level.
Wow, this is Frank Talk.
Yes.
This is Frank Talk, and you're on to Cameroon feeling this morning. Now, Coach NGATCHU, talk to us here in the studio. There are many who want to be like you. Many want to be like Coach NGATCHU. What should they eat? What should they do?
They should eat fufu and arrow first.
Okay.
They should be a Manu man.
Go check
If
you're a
possible,
Manu
they
in-law.
should come from Manu.
Uh-huh.
Then hard work,
Okay.
discipline, hard work, and respect elders. Always have a mentor. You cannot succeed in life without a mentor.
Okay.
Always have a mentor, and then you have to work very hard personally. Look at what most footballers do, or talented footballers do. The reason why most players that are very talented, they don't succeed. No. Those who have worked very hard are usually those who are very successful. A talented player want to sit and say, I have the talent.
Yeah.
I can do everything with the ball.
Correct.
Whereas the child that has limits in football will say, no, I don't know how to control the ball. I have a problem of fitness. I have to go back and work. Because in a training session, we have about 25 kids for 2 coaches. But you cannot watch 25. You don't have 25 eyes to watch all those players. What about the rest? What do they do? Nothing. It's just like in class. When a teacher is teaching, the children are there. You teach. If a child doesn't go back home and read and revise his notes, it will be difficult for him to succeed. That's how football is. It's the same thing.
Wow.
Yeah, so for us, handling or managing others today, that's what we've been doing. And that's the reason why we are successful in what we do.
All right. Philosophy in life? What's your philosophy in life? If it's not a secret.
My philosophy, right?
Yes.
Patience and hard work.
Favorite sports?
Hmm?
Favorite sports?
Of course, football. Football, of course.
Best musician? Or
It
best
depends.
genre of music?
No, it depends.
Okay.
If we talk about Makosa, I always love Betty Pay.
Okay.
And then we also have, I used to love Michael Jackson in those days.
Okay.
I also like to listen to reggae.
All right.
Yeah, so.
Most admired Cameroonian sportsman, Director General NGATCHU?
Yes, of course. Roger Miller.
Okay.
Probably because I was also a center forward. I watched him play. I was still a kid. And then I watched also the 1990 World Cup. The guy, honestly, it was difficult for us to have such a talent again. He knew what to do with the ball. He knew where to position himself with or without the ball, which is very good. And then at that age, playing against soccer, I mean, he was really disciplined. Very disciplined, playing the World Cup at more than 40 years.
Yeah.
No. That's the reason why I always admire him, because look at the statistics we have with our own footballers. They don't play for long. They don't play for long. I think the other player was Samuel Eto'o. He played for long.
Yeah.
But it is rare. It is very rare. Look at European players. Look at Ronaldo. He's still playing. So I think Roger Miller was an exception. Yes.
I want to thank you very much for talking to us this morning on Cameroon Feeling.
Thank you.
So, well, Gochi, that's the picture we are painting from this end, live from ANAFOOT, the National Football Academy of Cameroon, created, like you got it there, September 25th, 2014. And of course, has been able to feature, tap, and project talents of Cameroon. Some are in the national team, some are in the American Super League, some are in Europe, some are within our first and second division championships in Cameroon, and others are in school. For statistics' sake, Director General said 2,000 have been trained across this country. My name is Jack Silvanos along with Bob Ewore. We'll see you again tomorrow. Until then, have a nice day. But don't forget to eat some fufu and arrow today. Bye-bye. It's the DJ that said it. Don't forget.
Fufu and arrow. Okay. All right, Jack Silvanos. I'll try to get some fufu and arrow after today's program. I think later on in the afternoon, I'm sure that we could have some good arrow and fufu on today, and definitely on the program this morning.